There is an old Zen story about a king whose people had grown soft and entitled. Dissatisfied with this state of affairs, he hoped to teach them a lesson. His plan was simple. He would place a large boulder in the middle of the main road, completely blocking entry into the city. He would then hide nearby and observe their reactions. How would they respond? Would they band together to remove it? Or would they get discouraged, quit, and return home? With growing disappointment, the king watched as subject after subject came to this impediment and turned away, or at best tried half-heartedly before giving up. Many openly complained or cursed the king or fortune or bemoaned the inconvenience, but none managed to do anything about it. After several days, a lone peasant came along on his way into town. He didn't turn away. Instead, he strained and strained, trying to push it out of the way. Then an idea came to him. He scrambled into nearby woods to find something he could use for leverage. Finally, he returned with a large branch he had crafted into a lever and deployed it to dislodge the massive rock from the road. Beneath the rock were a purse of gold coins and a note from the king which said, "The obstacle in a path becomes the path. Never forget, within every obstacle is an opportunity to improve our condition." So now I want to ask you, what holds you back? The physical, size, race, distance, disability, money, the mental, fear, uncertainty, inexperience, prejudice. Perhaps people don't take you seriously, or you think you are too old, or you lack support or enough resources. Maybe laws or regulations restrict your options, or your obligations to, or false goals and self-doubt. Whatever it is, these are obstacles. I get it, no one is denying that. But run down the list of those who came before you. Athletes who were too small, pilots whose eyesight wasn't good enough, dreamers ahead of their time, members of this race or that, dropouts and dyslexes, immigrants, believers and dreamers, or those who came from nothing or worse, from places where their very existence was threatened on a daily basis. What happened to them? Well, far too many gave up, but few didn't. They took twice as good as a challenge. They practiced harder, looked for shortcuts and weak spots, discerned aliens among strange faces, got kicked around a bit. Everything was an obstacle they had to flip, and so within those obstacles was an opportunity. They seized it. They did something special because of it. We can learn from them. Whether we are having trouble getting a job, fighting against discrimination, running low on phones, stuck in a bad relationship, locking horns with some aggressive opponent, have an employee or student we just can't seem to reach, or are in the middle of creative block, we need to know that there is a way. When we meet with adversity, we can turn it to advantage. All great victories, be they in politics, business, art, or seduction, involved resolving vexing problems with a potent cocktail of creativity, focus, and daring. When you have a goal, obstacles are actually teaching you how to get where you want to go, carving you a path. The things which hurt, Benjamin Franklin wrote, instruct. Today, most of our obstacles are eternal, not external. Since World War II, we have lived in some of the most prosperous times in history. There are fewer armies to face, fewer fatal diseases, and far more safety nets. But the world still rarely does exactly what we want. Instead of opposing enemies, we have eternal tension. We have professional frustration. We have unmet expectations. We have learned helplessness. And we still have the same overwhelming emotions humans have always had: grief, pain, loss. Many of our problems come from having too much: rapid technological disruption, junk food, traditions that tell us the way we are supposed to live our lives. We are soft, entitled, and scared of conflict. Great times are great softeners. Abundance can be its own obstacle, as many people can attest. Now our generation needs an approach for overcoming obstacles and thriving against chaos more than ever. One that will help turn our problems on their heads, using them as canvases on which to paint masterworks. Thanks for watching.